And we are live. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. You are listening to Saving Money Unapologetically with your host, PG. That is me. Thank you for tuning in. And as you can see on this screen, free at home COVID tests. Ladies and gents, boys and girls, COVID is still here with us and will be with us, just like the flu and the common cold, RSV viruses, and pneumonia and other things that comes into play all during the course of the 12-month calendar year. However, this summer, late spring and into summer, we saw an uptick of the COVID virus resurfacing and rearing its ugly head once again. However, it is tapering off a bit, but we are moving into cooler weather as we go forward into the rest of this year. And as you very well know, a lot of people are coming inside, not having a lot of activities on the outside any longer. So we will have more people join together in limited amounts of space. And when that happens, a lot of times we don't always take heed to some of the symptoms. Some people's symptoms may be basically just that, asymptomatic, and might not really feel bad, have any aches and pains or coughs or scratchy throats or headaches or whatever. And others perhaps will. So with that being said, I wanted to come on and let you guys know that in my community tab, a week or so ago, I posted about free at-home COVID tests that could be ordered. And it was still a little bit early, but towards the end of September, they were finally released and being distributed again through the United States Postal Service. The website that you can go to is COVID tests with an S, COVID tests.gov. Every U.S. household is eligible, folks, to order 4 free at-home tests kits. COVID-19 testing, as you very well know, because we've been through this before, can help you know if you have COVID and help you to lower your chances of spreading the virus to others. And that's what we want to do. We want to lower the risks of other people. If we contract it, then it is best to still make sure that we know what we're working with. So we get a test. We know that we're positive. We stay from around vulnerable people who have compromised immune systems and what have you, the elderly, the sick, whomever, co-workers and the like. Now the CDC says that you no longer need to quarantine, but it is still recommended that you stay away from people, wear your masks and what have you. Stay from around direct contact with people without masks, and try to avoid closeness. So kind of go back to the 6 foot or further rule of thumb if you must go into work or wherever you're going. Most times, even your primary care physician will still tell you to try to stay home for a few days so that it gives your symptoms a chance to subside with medication, or if you're going to just treat the symptoms, give those products and things that you're doing a chance to start working so that you can get your rest that you need and you can be less contagious when you return to work or school or wherever it is that you need to go. Again, COVID testing can help you lower the chances of continuing spreading the virus, because that's what happened. It went on and on and on and on to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next person, to the next person, to the next person. And the next thing you know, we were full blown into a pandemic. First off, we didn't know what it was. Second off, we didn't have any vaccines readily available to combat it. And then the administration previous to this one that we have in place now basically ignored it and didn't do anything about it the first few months of its existence here in the United States. So it really ramped up really fast, quickly, and got way out of hand. Again, testing helps prevent and contain the spread. If you have the symptoms and or have even been exposed, because some people will be honest enough to say, hey, I tested positive for COVID. So at that point, you should be tested also, regardless of your vaccination status, so that you will know for a fact what to do and how to do it and how to take precautions and how to proceed moving forward. COVIDtest.gov is the website that you want to go to. Once you're there, once you click on the link that is embedded in the at the site, it will take you to the U.S. Postal Service's ordering page to order the COVID test to be sent to your post office box and or your home address. You are allowed to order 4 kits. Each household will be allowed to order 4 kits. If you don't have internet, folks, please listen. If you don't have the internet, you can dial 1-800 or 1-800-232-0233. Now, a lot of people still in this nation do not have access to internet, or they may not be able to see that well using their phone. So they may need to call the 1-800 number. Again, that number is 1-800-232-0233 if you do not have internet capabilities, or if you don't have internet at all, or maybe can't see it on your phone. Now, if you have a disability such as limited vision, or perhaps a hearing disability, you can call 1-888-677-1199. Again, those with disabilities such as limited vision, trouble seeing, maybe blind in one eye, maybe blind, you can dial 1-888-677-1199. That's how you can order the 4 at home, free of charge, no shipping charge, no tax, nothing up front. So if you get onto a site and you misclick a button or you misspell while you're going to the website, if you're doing it via the internet and you get there and it tells you something bogus about, oh, it's only going to cost you $9.99, you're on the wrong site. These tests do not cost anything. There is no shipping charge. So if you are being asked to pay anything, please hurry and click completely out of that page. Come off of that site, because it is not correct. The site is COVID, COVIDTESTS, all together, .gov. It does not have to be in uppercase. It could be in all lowercase letters. Once you're on the site, again, click the link that it says to order your tests. When you click that link, it will ask for your pertinent information, such as your name and your street address and or post office box. and an email address so that it can give you email confirmation that they received the order and confirmation that the order has been shipped. Okay? Very, very simple. It takes less than 3 to 5 minutes to do this, and you will receive your test kits at home. So take advantage of that. That way, because the average test, even at perhaps CVS or Walgreens, maybe Kroger's, maybe some of the other places, smaller entities or what have you, maybe urgent care, they cost. Or if you go across the counter at your local drugstores and what have you and purchase the tests, they're anywhere from, I think, $10, don't quote me on it, on up in price. So this could help put them away for safekeeping, and perhaps hopefully you never have to use them, or maybe a family member comes down sick, or that you work with small children or teenagers or what have you, or you're in close contact with a lot of people, then that is something that's, good to just have on hand. And it will save a few dollars in the long run. Plus, you can test in the comfort of your own home and privacy and find out whether or not you have COVID. And if it's severe enough or whatever you feel, go to your urgent care, take that test with you so that they can see that you have tested positive. They may want you to take another test if you took that test like yesterday and you feel worse today, or you went to work but yet you still feel bad and you think you're getting worse, and it's the following day that you go to urgent care, to the ER, or to your primary care physician, or wherever you may go to seek medical attention or whatever. Take it with you so that they can identify and also see. And like I said, I'm no physician, medical doctor by any means, but they will probably want to see that indicator on the test that you did test positive, and they may need to retest, because if it's definitely been 24, 36, 72 hours or whatever, they're going to want to retest. You may be on the downside, or you may, full blown or whatever. So do your due diligence, take care of yourself, take care of one another. Order that for your home, your household. I don't know what your demographics looks like for your household, but just be mindful. Each household can get 4 of those tests. 4 is better than 0. So if you have more than 4 family members at your home, and maybe you have a friend or a relative, maybe the neighbor across the street, or someone who doesn't even still believe in COVID, ask them to order some for you or whatever, and give you a couple more of theirs, and they keep 2. Maybe you keep 2. And if it's 5 of y'all, well, then you got an extra one or whatever. But certainly, I just wanted to bring this to your attention, that there are free at-home COVID test kits that's available. However, I'm pretty sure that it is going to be available while supplies last. Now, I don't know how many they have on hand to send out to the great citizens of this great nation. But when they run out, I'm sure that the website will let you know we are out, or we're temporarily out and waiting on perhaps more stock. But keep in mind, we have the longshoremen are on strike. I don't know if these test kits are being made here in the United States. They may be, they may not be. I don't know. So if they have to ship them or get them, on a cargo ship or whatever, that may slow some things down as well. So order while you can, get what you can while you can, and just stay safe out here. We're coming up on, cold and flu season as well. Add in RSV, which is another respiratory virus, as well as pneumonia, and it's COVID, 365 days a year. It is here with us. It's an endemic now. And it's going to be with us. Flu season, is up on us as well. So look out. We're coming up on an election in November. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be mixing and mingling there together, standing in long lines perhaps, or what have you, or in tight quarters. Wear your mask. If you're uh, immune compromised, you have a compromised immune system, wear your masks. You know, um, there were places that were basically had mask on clearance. I mean, you can get a whole bunch of them. I mean, throw away masks. Anything is better than nothing at all to, somewhat protect yourself. And if you're going to be in close quarters and tight spaces and what have you with a whole bunch of people, you might want to put a mask on. That way, someone's out there coughing around, or, that may be, asymptomatic and not show any signs or symptoms of COVID, but yet is still contagious and spreading things. If you have your mask on and you're trying to do your due diligence and washing your hands, just remember, you still need to be washing your hands. When you come home from work or whatever during the day, you go to the bathroom, please wash your hands. You should do it anyway. You're out there in the supermarkets or wherever you're shopping or whatever, and you're touching things, opening doors, touching products and different things. You don't know who touched that before you. You don't know if they had mucus on their hands, if they wiped their nose, if they sneezed on the product, whatever. You come along 5 minutes later, they off that aisle and they gone over 2-3 aisles over, but they're contagious. You wouldn't know it. Do your due diligence. Let's all work together to have a better fall and winter 2024. Moving forward, remember, we are in an election cycle, an election year for the president and vice president of the United States, as far as that and other elected officials that we will be going to the polls to elect. So remember, people are going to be around. You're going to be around people. So you don't know whether the guy standing in front of you or behind you or next to you, or the lady in front of you or next to you on the left or to the right has a cold, could be spreading a virus. You just don't know. So you do your due diligence. Take care of you and let everything else, take care of itself. Each one save one. Thank you for tuning in. You have been listening to Saving Money Unapologetically with PG. Your host, that is me. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If you are a subscriber already, thank you for tuning in. Please do me a favor, share this video, comment on the video. It helps with the algorithm of YouTube so I can continue to grow my channel. Thank you, and have a great rest of your morning and an awesome rest of your week. Bye now.